The Manasic Radiation. The effect of the Manasic Radiation belt has been ordered to be kept hidden from us by our world governments. This belt, which is now encompassing the whole Earth and is now merging with a radiation belt that already exists, is the result of the accumulation of nuclear waste due to experimentation and explosions on Earth over the past 50 years. This belt is extremely toxic and volatile, and it possesses a very present danger. It poses a present danger to all life forms on Earth. This radiation belt is a major cause of the global warming that is occurring, certain forms of cancer, and the death of certain life forms within the other kingdoms of your plane. These life forms are essential for the balance of life on this plane. As a result of this destruction, many of the life forms which presently exist upon your plane will not continue after the transformation of the planet is completed. That's tough to state. The Manasic Radiation belt is presently descending into Earth's atmosphere and merging with your stratosphere at an extremely rapid rate. Just a few short years ago, it was over 750 miles from the planet's atmosphere. Now, due mainly to the openings in the ozone layer, in some places it is already merging with the air you breathe. Hopefully the full effects can be stalled until your brothers from beyond the sun are allowed to successfully dematerialize it without causing harm to life forms here upon the Earth. There are many mutated reactions beginning to surface within the social consciousness of human societies of the world, and these are a direct result of the Manasic Radiation belt. This is causing mutations in the forming of the protit, which is the universal building block of all life forms within the Earth plane. I'm not sure if I pronounced protit. Protit. It's spelled Protete. Protete. Wish it was laughable, but it's not. I continue reading. All your stuff will come up. You are being shaken to the very core by the higher octaves entering your plane of perception. These are raising the level of consciousness on the planet at this time, so you can merge with the fifth and even sixth dimensional realities. Uncontrolled emotions and behavioral patterns, some of which have been suppressed for many lifetimes, are rising up to the surface, as in all your stuff will come up. They must be released to enable you to merge with the incoming consciousness. There is an overwhelming sense of malaise permeating, or disease, you could say. Disease. Permeating the consciousness of many of the Earth's peoples. This is a necessary, unpleasant side effect of transmuting and existing on multiple levels of reality. Your ancient ones, like the Anasazi, and Mayans, spoke of these times when humankind would walk in two worlds. This feeling of unstable core beliefs patterns within the inner being as you begin to exist in consciousness within multiple levels of consciousness, causing friction within the dual circumstances of the mind. For instance, There are overwhelming feelings of friction and agony being expressed from the female of your species against centuries of male dominance and patriarchal tyranny. Many of the males are already losing their sense of self-identity. We can't have that. Come on, y'all. Balance. Masculine, divine, feminine, balance. Among others, there is a dark, foreboding fear that the world is about to end, which is exacerbated as they see social structures and roles that have played out for so long aligning to the new energies and no longer holding traditional substance and order. Unfortunately, many of your youth are becoming increasingly violent, committing self-destructive acts with no thought to the future consequences. Further indications that the human dream, as it is presently being expressed, has reached a point where it will go through a jump, a critical mass. Critical mass causes the jump. It is inevitable that at this time humankind will evolve into a new human. We could call it Nuevo Galacticus Magnus. That's good. Nuevo Galacticus Magnus, divine earth being, a living composite of many races from the stars. Oh, I like that. It's beautiful. Your thought absolutely creates. Your thoughts create. Absolutely. Absolutely, your thoughts create. How many ways can it be said? Every single thought ever created is still woven within the framework of human consciousness. This is what composes the social consciousness grid that ultimately defines the limitations of your perception. Every individual personality trait is going to be revealed. You are experiencing isolated, seemingly real events in the unified field of reality, in which everything is occurring at the same time. Your life is simply an event in your own time-space continuum, which is a part of the much larger whole. Likewise, the universe is undefined and limitless. So, it is infinite. Here we go. I'm going to try this one. I know what it means, but damn. Infinite. Oh man, okay, third time's a charm. Infinitesimal. Wow. Ad infinitum, so it is infinite. Infinitesimal and unique. Wow, what a word. As above, so below. As with the universe, so with you. All the pain that was experienced during the destruction of Atlantis, which occurred over 150 to 200 year period now, is currently being released and felt by every human being that had an experience there. The emotional response to this frequency is affecting everyone and everything around them. This means it also affects the bodies of land, which still, to this day, carry the emotional vibration of that experience, as Earth prepares to undergo yet another change. For the winds of change are upon us. All of this is being released on a global level. With every breath you take, you are exchanging cells, 1 to the power of 20, with all of those who are now or have ever been occupied on this plane. That is over 1 million cells per breath. Perhaps this can begin to explain where all those strange thoughts are coming from about past lives. It is not madness. It is universal human memory unfolding at an amazing rate of speed. Currently, the feminine energy is raising on the planet. It is reviving after a very dormant period. Like spring, this energy is very vital and is the cause for much growth and excitement of the life force. Earth is deconstructing or destructing its blueprint of order. The social implication of this occurrence can be witnessed everywhere in your daily lives. The understanding of this experience cannot be fully realized until humanity as a group can differentiate the difference between male and female energies and the physicality of the, air quoting here, male body and the, air quoting, womb of man's body, woman. They are two completely different concepts. Physicality is tied to your sexuality. The energy aspect is connected to your spirit, your God, your very essence, which is constantly pouring forth from the source of all life. As human beings, you possess the qualities of both male and female energies. You must balance these if you hope to attain Christ consciousness. This place of balance is too often mistakenly expressed in androgyny. This is a misinterpretation and incorrect language. One may still express through the embodiment of man and the womb of man, without distorting the perception of these energies through the limited understanding of the body physical. Both genders are, in the divine sense, one and the same. Male and female are just two sides of one reflection. They each possess the same capacity for lust, domination, competition, and fear. Social consciousness has simply trained you to dramatize it differently. We are discussing energy, not physical gender. Frequency, not body parts. Despite where you come from or where you are going after you no longer express in the physical body, you are neither male nor female, yet you are both. You come from eternal isness, and you return to eternal isness, which is God. This level of understanding is hard for most to grasp because humankind has adopted to hold to a concept of subjective reality rather than objective realization that they are a part of a whole. We are dealing with energy here, and that is what must be dealt with if you are to understand the deeper truths of your own being. There is, in this, a dire need to end the conflict between male and female energies. Now. Once that is achieved, the human drama will play itself out in natural alignment, without conflict. Your nature is divine. Conflict is not necessary. It is a self-imposed condition. There is too much emphasis on sensuality in your society. I agree with that. And not enough spirituality. Oh. You must cease all inner conflict. As it is now, you, as an individual, and society as a whole, are a house divided. Ooh, I just got the chills. You are so much more than the stuff of flesh. You are spirit. To open to the love of Creator, the God I am, the Christos, you must first know yourself and love yourself. God I am dwells within the creation of the body. While you are in a body, God is neither male nor female. God merely is. Love what you are. That makes it a lot easier to know what you are. When you know what you are, then you can know what God is. Live the ideal in your everyday walk, and you will have accomplished what Master Jesus came to teach you in his time upon your plane. Jacqueline, many names. Feminine energy will continue to increase upon your plane and match the resistance of the male energy exerted to contain it. This will be a part of your individual experience until those energies equalize. God is to be found in the neutral zone, the 0 point, not in the friction zone. What is occurring in your emotional experiences is happening for your own benefit. It is allowing you to release what has been blocking you for many, many lifetimes. You have been dancing around this wheel for 7.5 million years. Aye. It is time to let go. My focus has always been in helping people deal with the emotional side of change and transmutation. All else follows. Despite where you come from or where you are going, you no longer express in the physical body. You are neither male nor female, yet you are both. You come from eternal isness, and you return to eternal isness, which is God, and God turned around is dog, which is quite interesting. A wise person once pointed that out. God's dogs. No longer on leashes, eh? There is a dire need to end the conflict between male and female energies. Now, and that need will be met, or the race shall perish. Oh.